Hey everybody, it's Jeff Beers from the 40 Finance channel, and today I'm going to be looking at 5 stocks tied to the e-gaming industry, which is video games, computer games, mobile games, you name it. If you're into gaming and you want to see how to make some money in the stock market off your passion, then this is the presentation for you. And guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, please help me out. Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of cool stuff planned on this channel over the next month or two, so please join me for the ride. All right, so the first stock on our list is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. And basically, AMD makes the chips that power most of the popular games. So they do have competition from Intel, but if you take a look real deeply into AMD stock, they are starting to sign on with some of the biggest companies to power their games. Most notably, Google just announced a game streaming service sometime in the near future. They're using AMD chips. Another reason I like AMD over Intel, and this from a stock perspective, is simply because AMD was a beaten down stock, okay? You can see on the 5-year chart, they're fresh from the penny stock world, okay? But they've made a lot of progress in their chips, and with the rise of Bitcoin mining, video games, all those things have really made a boom for AMD, and I think all those things are going to serve them well in the future. So I like AMD as more of a growth, sort of like lottery pick, if you will. If you want somebody who's going to start out small and has the potential to be high, then AMD is the stock. You can see on here we got a P/E ratio currently at $67, which is definitely high, but it is a growth stock. Next year, however, that pretty much chops in half. The P/E goes down to 33.5, and most analysts have them estimated at a target of $24 to $25 for this year. So this is the year to get in on the cheap, and then you should see profits rise in 2020. All right, next on our list, we've got Activision Blizzard, ticker symbol ATVI, and Activision Blizzard makes a lot of games. And I can tell you that this is an odd place to be as a game maker. There's a lot of speculation in this industry, and there's a lot of risk, because even if you make 1 or 2 good games, there's a lot of pressure for you to repeat performances, have huge debuts, all those things. And Activision Blizzard has really kind of stood the test of time. They're a veteran of ever since PC gaming started way back when. So you see on the 5-year chart, it hasn't been a 100% smooth ride, but they have grown profits over time. Obviously a dip here down to $48. A lot of that had to do with the entire gaming sector / stock market in December got hit real hard. I expect Activision to bounce back next year. They have a P/E ratio of 64 right now, but that drops significantly as profit goes up. The forward P/E is 18.36, and most analysts have them in a $65 range as a price target. Okay, so another play on the gaming space is with hardware and accessories, and that's where Turtle Beach comes in. I own some shares of Turtle Beach. I really like the prognosis for the future for Turtle Beach, particularly at these prices. Right now, the P/E ratio is 6.4, and it does go up a little bit next year, but that's mainly due to marketing and development costs. Turtle Beach makes gaming headphones for all the major systems, so Xbox, PlayStation, computer games, you name it, they've got headsets for it. And they are one of the leading brands, pretty much have 42% of the market at this stage right now. I did a whole review on Turtle Beach that I'll link in the description to check out if you're interested. But Turtle Beach is a great gaming play for 2019. All right, number 4 on the list, we got TakeTwo Interactive. TakeTwo is a game publisher, so very similar to Activision Blizzard. They are right now the hottest game publisher on the stock market, and at least in my opinion. The reason why they're so hot is they just had a big title launch, Red Dead Redemption 2, which has sold really well, and investors are feeling good about those prospects. They also have performed in the past with other titles. So with Take-Two right now, P ratio of $59, forward P of $20. And if you go through all the game developers that have stocks, this is the one that probably has the biggest growth story, at least according to analysts. Right now, they have a price target of about 142, so call that a 30% increase pegged for 2019. It assumes a lot. It assumes these game titles keep selling well, but if you look at their 5-year chart, they have performed well over time, and they took the same dip that Activision Blizzard did at the end of the year, but that's just an opportunity to buy and hopefully make a decent chunk of money in 2019. All right, number 5 on my list, and arguably the easiest way to make money on gaming right now is with the company Nvidia. Nvidia is a well-known maker of chips and graphics technologies that power everything on computer screens. When you get into gaming though, those sort of refresh rates and visual frames per second, all those things come into play with gaming, and Nvidia provides a lot of the technology that gamers expect, right? So they want a different level of service, of power and output than the average consumer. And so most of them, gamers use a lot of the computers and products that have Nvidia inside. So if you believe that gaming is a growth market, then it only makes sense that you would see Nvidia as someone who would benefit from this. And I think the best part about Nvidia is it's not just the gaming market that can drive profits for this company. It's a much, much bigger company. And the thing that I'm personally get excited about is the huge dip that it had last year. So you see the 5-year chart of growth, gigantic dip from probably about $300 all the way down to $156. This stock is beaten up and battered. It's got a P ratio of 20, forward P of 22. Most analysts that I look through on the internet have this stock anywhere from 225 to 250 in 2019. So if you don't mind a little bit of a roller coaster ride, this stock really does appear to be at its rock bottom. They need some help from the consumer. They need sales to go up. They need demand for their chips to go up. But from a gaming perspective and getting in on something that has a great tie to gaming, but also has other profit potentials, I really like Nvidia as a number 1 play. So those are 5 gaming stocks to look into for 2019. I think each one has their own pros and cons. Definitely dig deep before you make your purchase decisions, because with gaming, it's a lot of ebbs and flows, and you want to get in on people who have shown success in the past, maybe are a little beaten down right now, but perhaps more importantly, have a great pipeline of growth products coming out, and that will sort of guarantee success over the next 3 to 5 years. My name's Jeff Beers. This is the 40 Finance channel. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next video.